behind me.
That building? We're recording. But that building behind you is the print shop at Lang's.
Yes. I know it's at Lang's. I thought for some reason, I remember this picture. I remember taking it and being like, what the fuck? And then I had it in my head that it was the Keat, and I'm like, oh, but it.
No.
Then I remembered it's next to. Yeah.
It's beside it. But now everybody's listening to us talk because it's recording. So.
I know. That's fine. Just come in the middle of our conversation. It's fine.
Oh my God. Welcome to Paranormal, everyone. Yeah, so you just walked into a whole conversation. Because that's what we do. So again, this is Paranormal, and I am your host, Rachel, and our other host,
Kaz. Pow, 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 pow.
Oh my gosh. We would have recorded this a day earlier, but somebody here was in the sunshine.
Yeah. Someone went, fuck you, Mother Nature. We're going south. And that's what we did. And then we came back and she went, yeah, hold my beer, bitch. And now it's snowing outside. So touche, Mother Nature. Touche.
Oh my gosh. So,
oh, well.
Not really much is going on in the world of the Paranormal Seekers, I should say, right now. We're about ready. Yeah, we're gearing up for a really busy April. Yep. Our Ameliasburg Heritage Village Ghost Walk at the end of this month is already sold out.
I know. I love it.
Crazy. And then we've got our Lang's one is on sale now, so that'll probably sell out soon.
Ooh, I should advertise that. I've been telling all my clients.
Yeah.
So I better tell them the tickets are on sale.
That's at the end of May, so get them now and then you don't have to worry. But then you can just look at all those stupid scammers that pop up on our Facebook page.
Really?
The tickets, but they don't. It's always fun to watch because these are like limited ticket events. And it's so funny because you'll get like 10 of them that are like, I got 4 tickets. I can't go anymore. And it's like 20 people are allowed at these events. It's like, where did this double?
That's so strange that the bots, I mean, it's kind of cool that I guess we've reached a level of stardom that the bots are like, ooh, let's get them.
Oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
But it's because of all the evidence we have. Dun, 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 segue.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Today's episode is all about all the fantastic evidence that we have captured, and we can't even fit it all into one episode.
I know.
So there might be a part 2 somewhere along the line.
There's going to have to be because I'm like, oh, on my laptop I have a bunch and I just didn't have time to send it all to you.
I know, like, what do I have at the top here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 in my YouTube queue ready to share, and then like 5 or I don't know how many more in my files that I have to pop up to share, but
yes.
So let's get this party started.
Yeah. Right. This is the best part of our, I was going to say job, but I don't know if you call it a job. A hobby? Job. Yeah, exactly. Of the profession, I will say it's the best part. And that's when you review your evidence and go, what?
Or you sit there and you're like,
yes. Or you're like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Which is basically, Wildwood. That's all of our evidence.
Yeah. All right. So I guess I will start. So I'm going to share the screen now. Hope to God this works because I've never done this before.
I know.
Well, sorry, everybody. We'll just talk about it. All right. So we are going to do entire screen. Boink. Share. Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
I think, sure. It's great.
Ignore this. Look at that. Whoa. All right. So
there. Yes, you did it.
Yay. Okay. So the first one that I'm going to play, and you weren't here. We're going back like
decades. That's okay.
I don't even know how long ago this was. 2000, I don't know. It was 2000 and something. Anyways, this is from Scugog Shores Museum Village in Port Perry. And as you can see, it's on YouTube. So if you want to watch it after, you can go to YouTube and watch it. It's going to be also posted on our Facebook and Instagram as well. But we were investigating the cemetery. And yeah, listen. Did you hear it?
Nope.
What the fuck?
It didn't play any sound.
Right after you hear Jay go, I know, it's like right after you hear Jay go, it's just playing the next one.
It
Right
didn't.
after you,
It didn't play any sound on my end.
but what the fuck?
I know. I don't know. It might be a setting on my phone, which is very possible.
Okay, well, you know what? We are going to try something else. We're going to stop presenting this.
Perfect.
We are going to present one screen. And now I got to figure out how to fucking get it back.
Are we still on our podcast, or are we off a podcast and starting again?
No, we're still on. We're still recording.
Okay.
We're
I was
still.
like, I'm glad to do the technical one.
I'm just looking for it now.
I'll just
I am
sip
not-
my espresso.
But yeah, so this is the video that I want to show here. Is, you know, you hear Jay talking about somebody like reading a stone, like a cemetery.
Mhm.
And then right after that, you hear a really whispered, "I died smoking."
Oh, I
Did
died
they-
smoking?
Were they like smoking a cigarette, or like were they actually like
On
physically
fire
smoking?
smoking. Ooh.
Right? Like it's one of those like, what? Okay, let me. Ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo. I got so much shit on here. Pause. I love when they play commercials.
Oh, no kidding. I know. And I think about, should I just get YouTube Premium? I don't know.
Okay. Also share tab audio. Yes.
There you
Share.
go.
Let's
Now
try
I
this
can
now,
hear.
everybody. Oh, look, it came up as a little one. Okay, cool. All right, let's try again.
Bonjour. Congratulations on joining us on this special.
Now,
Someone just whispered to me. What? I don't know. I thought you were standing right behind me.
The
Also, his son Aaron Thompson died September 1892, age 27 years.
What was that?
Oh, I heard it.
did ya?
Yep. That was
Pretty
really like, that was a great capture. Whoever heard, like, caught that.
I think it was me. I don't remember.
That's a tricky one. But whoever was speaking at the beginning said they heard someone whispering too. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, that person who was with us was one of the psychics.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was really interesting to capture that. We captured some pretty interesting stuff that evening.
You know what's funny is in the before, so in the Scugog Cemetery, there's a couple of headstones, right, dotted around. And I remember saying, I think, because I've only been there twice. I went once as a guest before I was part of the team, and then when we did the last event, and I'm like, I just feel like this whole ground is full of bodies. And then if you actually read the plaque thing, it's like there are a ton of bodies under here, but they're all
There's like
unmarked graves, and I'm like,
200.
yeah. It's like, oh shit. You can feel it. You can feel it. It's a weird little patch of area.
Mhm.
I find, to be honest with you, other areas that don't even have anything on it. I remember walking and I stopped dead and I'm like, no. And I did like a weird walk around somewhere. And then one of the girls told me there used to be a building there and they moved it for whatever. So I don't know what that was all about, but some of the grounds like are weird. It's a weird,
Yeah, it's a weird place.
weird
What was
place. Probably because of the history of the land, right?
for sure.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
That's an old piece of evidence.
Mhm.
What
But
else?
that's how simple it is, just with a recorder. Boom.
Yeah.
Great piece of evidence.
Yeah, literally, that's all it was an audio recorder.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So, okay.
Mhm.
What else do I have here? Oh, let's go back to the Skoogog Museum.
Let's go back.
This is another one.
We never left.
Places we never do leave.
Mhm.
So this one is from the Lee House, which is like one of the most
Oh.
active buildings. They're all active, but this one is, yeah. So let me share this one. This one we always share during our our presentations. So
Mhm.
if anyone has ever seen a Paranormal Seekers presentation, then they've seen this. This is a pretty cool one. So let's share. All right. I don't know why it's so tiny, but yeah.
Again, there's no audio. Is that because there's no audio yet?
Yeah, there's no audio yet.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're getting used to this.
I see.
Can you move something? Make a noise?
Ooh.
Yes.
Was that it right there?
Yeah.
Loud yes? Because I heard another yes. I heard
Yeah.
like, yeah. And then I heard that. Play it again. Again. That was exciting.
Can you move something? Make a noise?
See? Yes.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I know. That was like the clearest yes I've ever heard in my life.
No kidding. Did you guys hear that with your own ears?
I didn't hear it. No, that was on an audio.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I thought that was someone on the team being like, yes, like they were recognizing
But if
that.
you notice, it had a bit of an accent to it.
Oh, well, that would make sense for
Yeah.
the Lee house.
Yeah, and pretty sure it was Mrs. Lee.
And it was kind of like, yes, like, yeah, bitch, I can do, which would so be her as well. That place is very
really would.
cool.
It really would.
Wow.
I know.
And these are all on our YouTube page, by the way.
Those ones are,
the Paranormal Seekers YouTube page.
Yeah,
So go back and watch those.
And they'll be posted
Exciting.
on our Facebook so people can go and watch them.
Yes. I love it. I can't believe how loud that was.
I know, it's
awe.
pretty cool, eh? It's pretty cool. Now, I'll play another one, and this one again is from another pioneer village, but this one is not in the Durham region. This
Oh.
one is in Toronto. This is Black Creek Pioneer Village.
Oh, yes.
It's another EVP. Now, I'm going to try to find the place in it, so you'll see me scroll through it. But pretty much what happened was we were investigating the cemetery portion of the Black Creek Pioneer Village.
Mhm.
We were all in like little groups throughout the cemetery. And the one investigator who was with us at the time, Colin, he come like busting out of nowhere. I don't know where he was from. And he's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? We're like, what the heck are you? No, what? Hear what? And he's like, a man said hello. I heard a man say hello. And we just looked at him and we're like, no man is here to say hello. A single person who's been here. He's like, no. There was a man and he said hello. And I'm like, no, you're losing your fucking marbles, dude. He wasn't. He wasn't.
He was not.
I
He was,
caught
in
it.
fact, with
Caught
fully
on the
intact
audio
marbles.
I still remember listening to this audio and hearing him and going, oh, here comes the part. Here comes the part. Right? Because I knew like right before he said it, like what we were doing. And right before because I'm like, oh, it's coming up. And then right before he says anything, you hear a man say, hello.
Wow. I'm excited.
So let me get that
On the roll.
All right. Okay. Oh yes, I gotta play that.
That app is called Audible. It's created by
Yeah. This is not an EVP.
No, not a.
By the name of Jim.
All right.
here.
I just skipped through some of it, so listen.
Maybe you can also play with Paula's gadget. The K2 meter, maybe light it up from green, go next one up. Some indication that you're here, that you exist.
Ready?
Background noise is the best.
Good old TTC.
Do you hear them?
No, I didn't hear it. I was listening to the TTC bus that pulled up in the back.
Yeah, you hear the bus. You
Yes,
hear
I heard the bus.
And then right after that, you hear the investigator say something, and then you'll hear a man say, "Hello."
Oh, all right, play it again. Play that last little piece again then. I was too fixated on the bus.
I know.
Stupid bus.
Some indication
Ready?
that you're here, that you exist.
So there's the bus.
Background noise is the best.
Investigator.
Good old TTC.
Oh my gosh. Hello.
Yeah.
That's so weird. You know,
And he
the only
heard
other thing that would be creepy is if there was some old man in the graveyard at night with you guys who was like, hello. That would be the
Well,
only
you know
other
what?
thing.
Being in that part of Toronto, I wouldn't put it past anything. But
That's true.
Black Creek
True.
Pioneer Village has a really good security team, so they're really, really on it. So
Yeah.
we knew nobody was there to say hello. And yeah. And we didn't hear it. Only Colin, the investigator, heard it with his ears. So yeah.
That's so bizarre. Good for him though.
I know.
I love that he was like, oh my gosh, did you guys not hear it? And you're like, no. And then you get to like play it back and
I still remember listening and my mouth going. And I was like, what?
amazing.
I was like, oh my God, he wasn't losing his marbles.
Wow.
Would you like to talk about one and I will pull it up?
Yes. Which ones did I? Let's do my very first investigation with the team. Was at Quarter Settlers Village, and we have been to a few different buildings, and this was the last one of the night, which was the general store. And we've talked about settlers before. We've talked specifically about the general store and what happens. And Ryan, who is one of our team members, has a direct link to the events that transpired there and in turn, I suppose, the spirit that potentially lingers there. So he had decided tonight, the night, he put his big boy panties on and was like, I want to do an Estes method in the general store where the vicious murder took place. So I am brand new. To be honest, most of the night was pretty quiet. So Ryan is sitting in the middle of the general store floor. He has the strip lights in a circle around him. And I believe you had just bought the strip lights, had you not? Or
Yeah, they were brand new at the time.
yes. So we had not really seen them in action, let's say. So he sits on the floor, and anyone that doesn't know Estes, you have noise canceling headphones on and you're listening to the spirit box and you're blindfolded and you're literally just saying anything that you hear. You have no idea if it makes sense or not. The rest of us are asking questions and the person cannot hear. So Ryan can't hear what we're asking. And we're not going to play the entire thing, but he generally is talking as if he's reliving something tragic. A lot of like, no, stop, help me. You know, I think he says something about being hit in the head, all these horrible things. And then he says, I'm done. And we're just like, oh, okay. And then his whole demeanor changed and he just says, I'm done. And all of the lights went fucking haywire. And we're all like, whoa. And I'm like, what is happening? Because this was my first thing. And these paranormal people who have been on this, doing this for, 2 decades, were losing their tits. And I'm like, what's going on right now? And nothing had happened this whole night. And they went absolutely berserk. And Ryan had no idea.
Yeah.
So we're all like, what? So, and I just happened to be recording, and that's, I think, what we're about to play.
Let's play. Let's hope that it has audio to it because it's telling me that.
I don't know these things. If not, we'll post it. I think we have it posted.
Yeah, I'll find it on. I don't want you here. Play.
Eugene.
Can you hear the sound?
Yep.
Perfect.
You died that night. And we're so sorry that happened.
So this is Ryan or
Necessary.
Rachel just talking to the spirit of Jean who's coming through Ryan.
So I heard that too. We're sorry that we have to tell you this.
I'm done.
Whoa! I have to. Please, do you have
Oh my gosh. I literally have goosebumps now because I remember it so distinctly. It was incredible. And look, the lights are still like, blah, and they have done nothing all night. Nothing.
It's
and
amazing.
I have to like, and I remember coming home and I was reliving the story to my other half, who is a skeptic, God love him. And I'm explaining it all, and he's like, yeah, someone just like pressed the trigger the lights. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. That's not how it works, first of all. And I'm like, I put those lights down. I arranged them. I turned them on. Like, there's no remote. And we had all night, nothing had happened. I'm like, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. It just amazing.
That was the first time. So for those of you who follow the Paranormal Seekers and know of Ryan, Ryan is a retired police officer. And like all law enforcement and people with that kind of background, they don't like their backs exposed. They like to be in control of the situation. They like to know what's going on, right? They like to be informed. This was the first time Ryan willingly put on a blindfold and sat in the middle of the floor in the dark in a room full of women.
Blindfolded in the dark with a group of women.
Literally. You know. Oh my God. But yeah, so that was like, yeah, that was something else. And I still remember also saying, yeah, who's going to tap him out because he's going to like karate chop somebody here. Like
he didn't even know at that point what had happened.
No.
And I think that night he didn't sleep because I think he had gone home and he's like, I don't fucking know what just happened. But
yeah,
that was something else.
Oh yeah. It was great. It was great. Speaking of which, I just went to Bob Cajun last week, so it'll be 2 weeks ago when this airs, for a viewing party for the ghosting episode I was on. And it was at the local retirement home. Well, one of the local retirement homes. And there was a gentleman there who was actually friends of Jean. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was really interesting. And he was really, really, and he was very emotional when talking about what happened. Yeah.
Oh, see, I love it when things like that. Not obviously, no, what happened? I don't love that, but I love that there's those connections still.
It was really interesting because he's like, I knew Eugene, I knew him, I knew who he was, and we were like, oh my gosh,
you need to come with us and be a trigger object.
Yeah, Dylan is coming with us to be a trigger object.
Oh my gosh! And has he been there? Has he gone into the village? And
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll have to go hijack him one day.
No, maybe he'll come to our event.
Yes, I was thinking that. Well, while we're still at the village, I guess you can play the other really cool piece of evidence that we got. Now, this is in another building, my most favorite building at Quarters, which is called the Ray House. And this house generally has a lot going on in the sort of, it's a setup as a dining room, a little kitchenette. Lots to do with the music box. But this particular night, nothing was happening. And we're doing a public investigation. So you have to understand, we're there for like 45 minutes. And we're in a log cabin. There's no air conditioning. It's summertime. People are getting restless. And we're like, where the fucking ghosts? Because like nothing. It's dead quiet. So I think finally it was you and I and then the group. And you said, I'm gonna turn the music box or sorry, the spirit box on. So you turned it on, and within, I don't know, like a minute or two, a man came through and identified himself as Bob. We've told this story before, so I'm not going to tell it out. But anyways, long story short, I asked him to make a noise, and we heard a loud bang, only to discover the screen door had closed. The screen door that never closes. Like,
Yeah, we've never had it closed ever.
so then we decide, okay, well, we need to debunk this. Is it the wind? There's no wind. It's summer. There's nothing. We leave it open. There's a group of public people with us.
People.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you know, there's nothing here, guys. Like, I don't know. And so I was like, well, all right, Bob, if that was you, can you do it again? To which he's like, sure. And I was recording, and this is what happened. Because it was great. Just warning, I get very loud and sweary in this thing. I think I swear, but I do get loud. So I apologize. In advance.
I would like it if it would pop up so I could.
It would be. We'll talk amongst yourselves while this happens.
There we go. Share. Play.
Bob, can you close somebody like pushing that door? Yes, it is. Bob, can you close the screen door for us, please? Said I did. You did, and we loved it, Bob. Thank you so much. Can you do it again? Please?
It literally just sounded like he said no problem.
I know.
Because you did such a great job. We were like, can you make a noise? And then you closed the door. Oh my God, it's closing. It's closing. Bob, you're amazing.
I love that my voice just got like
Bob,
muted out.
You got too loud.
Yes. That's all right. What you can't hear, so in the video, I'm in one room and Rachel's just off to the side, still talking to Bob through the spirit box. And it was the same male voice coming through. He's answering the questions. And he was quite funny because you do all this history. So you have all the history of anyone that's attached to this house. And you're like, there's no Bob. And he's like, no, it's Bob. Like, duh, my name's Bob. And then you finally found Robert in quotations Bob. And he's like, that's me. And we were like, holy shit. Like, it was amazing. And since then, we have asked that door to close, and on command, it's closed. And we'd been there a few times, or at least I've been there a few times, and that door had never closed.
Mm-hmm.
And even right then and there, it wasn't until we were like, can you close it? And then, like you said, he was like, no problem. And then the door closes.
Like he said, no problem.
Yeah. He was chatting up a storm with you. He was quite funny. But and the last video that I took there was, it closed twice, and both times we were in another, public group, and I'm like, it's not until I said, can you close the door, that the door closes. The rest of the time, it's fully just sitting there open. And there's no wind. I don't know. Anyways, it's so great. It's so great. I love it so much because it's just everything coincided right at the same time. It's hard when that's never happened before. No. And we're like, okay, could you make a sound for Bob? And he's like, yeah, boom, door closed. Like, and then we asked him to do it again, and he's like, no problem. Boom, door closed. Like excited.
He gets the love.
Yeah.
During his time, his 15 minutes of fame.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We'll have to see if he can do something else next time. Like
maybe
the little circus animal that you are, Bob. He's gonna be like, listen, bitch, I'm gonna get paid for this.
Speaking of doors, we've got a lot of doors that seem to open and close on us.
Oh, is this from
Well, why don't we talk
the
about
place?
why don't we well, we'll put all those three together.
Yeah.
But the in the light of last week's
Oh yes, I
Thomas
forgot.
house. So
Yeah.
this
We
one
do
might be
have a lot
little
of doors
hard to see.
closing.
Yeah, this one might be a little hard to see. It was hard to see on ours. We didn't have the lights that we have now.
No.
Or even a flashlight.
Well, and to be honest, I mean, it was 10:30 at night, but it wasn't like super pitch black, right? So
No.
you're not really thinking, and you're on your phone
Yeah.
doing a live. We were doing a live. So the lights that were in front of us illuminated enough that we figured, well, we weren't expecting what is about to
We
happen
could
to
see it.
happen.
We could see it.
Yes. Yeah.
Here, I'll play it. We'll try to see as much as we can. Let's see. Present now.
Yes.
Window.
So go to last week's episode to hear the whole story of this. But it's pretty amazing.
Do you hear me in this one go? "Ah!"
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I'm like, ooh. You've never heard me scream like that before. I don't hear anything.
There's nothing.
Oh my god!
Oh. What? It's muting like everything.
Must be too loud on your end.
I guess so. That's funny.
Thank you so much. And
There, I turned it down on my end.
I know, so maybe it was you, but
So here, you can see me closing the door. So essentially what happened here is this corner cabinet that sat closed and latched all night suddenly opened after a spirit clearly said, open
Those are some
door.
awesome dance moves.
But I had stopped moving when it came at me. It was, yeah, it's such a shame that it's so hard to see because that was phenomenal. And then you were like, let me see if I caught that and stop recording, only for the top door to open.
Of course. It
Phenomenal. Absolutely. And the best part then was the fact that one of the curators had come in at that point to be like, what are you guys talking about? We're like, the door opened. And she's like, no, that's impossible. It doesn't open. And then the top door opened. And she's like, what? We're like,
That is the best though. I think that is the best is when these like curators and managers and stuff get to see this stuff actually happening and hear it or can visualize, right? Because then they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So like this one, for
Absolutely.
example. So I'm going to show you one. And I've never heard a grown man scream, which you don't hear in the video because I cut it off because it's actually through my DVR cameras, which don't have sound. So I had to record it through my phone. But this grown man was absolutely fucking terrified when he seen this video. So this is a video from Annandale Golf and Curling Club that was located in the Ajax Pickering border. Now the building and the golf course are still there, but it is now defunct. It's closed down. Don't trespass, people. So we were just setting up. Yeah, you'd be surprised, like I said, how many people die at golf courses, especially this one. This one was brutal. This one had tons of deaths out on the course.
What the really?
Tons of deaths on
it's
the
like
course.
seniors.
No. It's men.
Oh.
Men like to drink beer, not water. In super, 40-degree weather, they dehydrate.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
Okay. Gotcha.
PSA: drink some water if you're drinking beer on the golf course. But anyways, they had tons of men die on the golf course, heart attacks, dehydration, all that kind of stuff. They had 6 men die in the sauna that was in the basement.
What?
They had a woman, because they have it's golf courses, it was a banquet hall.
Mm-hmm.
They had a woman die on the dance floor during someone's celebration of life.
What
Didn't think golf course could be so bloody haunted, but this one definitely was.
No wonder it's shut down.
Yeah. But we were just finished setting up the DVR cameras. I mean, they were all over because there was lots of, reports of movement and apparitions and people that they saw walking into rooms that would just disappear. So we had our camera set up all over the place. There was apparently a lot of activity in the kitchen area where a lot of things kept getting moved, and nobody knew why or who was doing it. So we set one up in there. And one of the investigators that we had with us at the time moved a kitchen cart that was stacked full of dishes. She just moved it out of the way so it wasn't in the way and it was off camera, right? Just in case we were walking around in the dark, it was up against a wall so we couldn't walk into it. Yeah, I'll show you the video now.
Ooh, I'm excited. Is this a place we can go back to? I know it's not open, but is it like...
No, it's actually across the street from the new Pickering Casino. So no, it's done. It's pooched.
So it's like derelict?
Yeah.
Like run down? Like you would die if you go in there?
Yeah, there's no sound to this. I hear Thomas the Train Engine at the end because I was recording while my child was watching it, but
it's just as scary.
Well, you'll hear the toot-toot, but watch.
What? And what's behind? What's... So what is behind that wall then?
It's a hallway. It's a hallway. Nobody is in there. Everybody that we know is with us.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you see this in real time, or did you not see this till after?
No, we saw this in real time because
I'd be like, I'm not going down there to get that camera.
What happened was we were recording, and we had just finished setting up the last cameras, and the one staff member came up and was like, "Did you move the cart?" And we're like, "Yeah, we moved it out of the way. We just didn't want anyone tripping over it." They're like, "No. Did you move it again?" And we're like, "No." She's like, "In the middle of the floor." We're like, "What?" We just put a camera in there. So we went back and watched the camera, and we're like, "What?" And this is where the manager, who's a man, was like,
"Really?"
Yeah, he was absolutely terrified.
Well, I would be too. If then you have. Oh man, what a shame we can't go back in there.
I would love to have gone back there. There was so much stuff that happened. There was reports of door slamming. We had that, like literally, like the doors to the curling arena, just they were propped open, and we were all sitting in the room just chatting about stuff, and it was just like scared the crap out of all of us. It was great. It was great. I wish we could go back.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind if it's a little run down.
Neither do I. I don't even know who owns it still. I don't know if... Yeah, I don't know.
And so, is it on the casino property?
It's on the east side of the street.
And there's just nothing going on there now?
Yeah.
AKA, how do we buy this haunted property?
It looked like you had a ghost in the background for a few seconds.
Oh, that is the ghost of Mark Visage.
That was pretty cool, though. He just like came out of the building and walked away.
That's amazing.
Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. It was great.
It looked like you came out of the background as a ghost and floated away. Oh, thank you. We've finally seen a ghost, people. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I saw your dog a few minutes ago. It was just like her ears and her nose.
No, she's on the floor here being a dink. She wants out of the room.
Yeah. Well, she was like in the corner a minute ago.
No, I'm in my room.
No, she was like...
Oh, down here?
You just saw her like ears and a bit of a nose, but that was it. There's no context. It was just like this floating thing. Amazing. Well, that's very... Like, I would have shot myself.
You really want to shoot?
I had of...
Because I'm going to play you this one before we get into all your good ones.
Oh, okay.
So this one is at the United Empire Loyalist Heritage Center, I guess you want to call it, at the Allison House. This is in Adolphus Town, which is just south of Napanee. Now...
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah. This is a scream that none of us heard. It's downright impossible that we didn't hear it.
Yeah, this is fucking terrifying.
So let's share this with everyone.
I hope it plays and it's not like.
Oh, it's playing. It's quiet at first because I share a lot of information. It does it twice, I think, in this one. I have it set for twice. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Jesus Christ.
No, I don't know. I don't know how any of us did not hear that.
And thank God. If you had have heard that, be like, you'd look like the things behind me in this thing. You'd just be streaks of light disappearing out of that place. Fuck
Oh my
that.
God. Oh my Lord. Yeah, no. That's. Don't
Wow.
ask. Don't ask. Not sure who was screaming, why they were screaming, what the scream was about. Don't know. It was just loud and nobody heard it with their own ears. Just the
Thank
audio
God.
recording. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I guess we're going back to that place.
Yeah, well, actually, we are
Although,
at some point.
okay, good. Not that I think I want to now, but okay. And that was that during the night? I mean, the picture was just during the day, but was that like a nighttime investigation?
That was late afternoon in the middle of the summer, so it didn't get dark out until like 9:30, right? So, and it's on a campground. So if you think that someone's screaming that loud, nobody is going to hear it on a campground. Yes, the museum is on a campground.
Exciting.
Family camping since 1792, I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like it's like kids.
No, that's a
playing in
full
the background.
like
Yeah, that's in the
email.
same room as you guys type situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yikes. All right, on to the next.
What do you want to talk about? Like, what do we got here?
I guess we could do Wildwood because we've got like 3 things.
I got 4 things.
4. Yeah, I was gonna say, oh God. Potentially even more coming soon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
All right. Let's play.
Light on in here?
Let's do your doll.
Okay.
Your doll room.
Yeah.
'Cause
This was recorded during a live.
it's the
So, and it was just such perfect timing. It really was. And you know what? I don't know how much you're going to play of the nurse video, but afterwards we go into the doll room because we were on the, no, we weren't on the tour then. I have videos of us in the doll room in front of this doll. We put a REM pod in front of this doll. We move in front of this doll and it does nothing. And then this happens. Cue the video. Oh, it's creepy.
Because you need to see this room. What? Holy shit! What? She's most emotional. Oh, she is. But why didn't she go off when we were in here all the other times?
First time I see it. Why is it out?
She said the batteries aren't working. What? Okay.
You're like speechless, staring at this horrific doll.
We've both been in and out of here.
Oh, what a creepy, creepy doll.
My God!
The best part about all of that is when we went back the second time, Ryan had made us remove the doll from the room and put aside the little bed and the table that was where you slept, like cram it in there.
Oh my gosh, angered the spirits.
But then he slept in that room, so
and got yanked out of the bed.
yeah, so he says. I don't know. I didn't hear nothing. I
Yeah.
was right there.
So, like I said, we were in and out of that room many times prior to that
Mhm.
happening. And then what you don't see after that video is that we waited for it to stop. We turned the light on and off again because we thought maybe when I turned the light on, it activated it. It did not. We stomped around on the floor. It did not. It wasn't until Jay actually touched it and picked it up, it went off again. And then we discovered it was turned off. We were like, oh, fuck me. That was just, you couldn't have asked for anything better. And I remember we all stopped and stared at it. And I turned around and both you and Jay were like, what? And I was like, shit. That was, for me, that was the moment I was like, oh, fuck. Like, what are we doing sleeping in this house?
The three of us are.
And then as it snowballed onwards,
Yeah.
chaos. And that
was
room
great.
never stopped being active.
No.
Now, all of the things that we're about to show are from that night, right?
Yeah. Literally, yeah. I just realized that.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm like, because I don't think the lights were, okay. So cue up the next one. What's the next one?
Let's do
The
the door
door?
upstairs. Let's do
Okay.
the door.
The next door.
This is the next
So
door.
this is on the 3rd floor, which is horrifically scary. We walked past, we had done a whole tour, like a whole tour of this place, top to bottom. And nothing. And then it was just the three of us, you, me, and Jay, and we're walking around, and all of a sudden, this closet door decided to open.
Someone was coming
And we
out.
were like, and then we closed it and was like, okay, well, it's not opening again. And then we walked away, and then I caught this. Cue the video. And you can hear in my voice, I am kind of scared.
You were terrified the whole night, apparently.
Well, do you blame me?
No.
Four pieces of our evidence come from that. So here we are. We've decided to look around, and I'm in the hallway, and here we go.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! The handle turned and it fucking opened. Are you recording it? I sure am. Did you hear it? Okay.
But I heard the door handle go clank, like someone turned it. You know that sound like
you
the
gotta
spring, and then it just opened. And we had closed it. We had jumped up and down in front of it.
Yeah.
And it did nothing. But it was because I heard the handle turn. That's what really freaked me out. It wasn't like it just went open. It was like turn the handle and then it opened.
See, we'll watch it again.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! The handle turned and it fucking opened. Are you recording it? I sure am. Didn't you just that?
I love it. It's like my favorite.
I sure am.
But you can
Oh
see
my god.
our reactions aren't for when stuff happens like that. Our reactions are genuine. Like this shit, it's really happening, and it's us experiencing it, right? It's not like, oh my, the door is opening. Whoever could it be, right? Like,
and it's not like that we had like perfectly set up, you know, the camera angle. I wasn't even facing it when it originally clicked open.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You could just hear in my voice. I was just like, oh.
It was great. It's great. Now,
and the best part, I was like, I'm going to sleep in this room up here.
Nobody slept up there. Even the second time we went, nobody slept up there.
Was it fucking scary up there?
Maybe third time's the charm.
Well, I did say This is our redemption tour, and I did say I will sleep in that one bedroom. To be determined.
That's good. All right. Next one. Let's do the nurse.
Yeah.
Let's do
Third video from this place. This one's incredible. This one was a call after the fact and was
Mhm.
like, wait, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing?
So the video that I have that I'm going to play here. This video will be from like what I have slowed mode down, I believe. Like this is the one that's on
Mhm.
YouTube. So it's me recording the screen, so it's just that portion. And we slow mo it down so you can see.
Yeah.
So literally, like behind us, there's nothing. There's nobody standing there. We're all in black. None of us are wearing white. Definitely none of us are wearing bib aprons.
Mhm.
And it's just where the window is to where everything else is behind it. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just a wall.
Yeah, it juts out
door.
a bit. So it's very interesting because when I went back the second time, I definitely looked to see what was there because nothing's changed. It's only been like 3 months, not even, right? So
no one else is in the house. We are literally coming down from the top floor. So I'm the first one in, and you guys are behind me.
Mhm.
So, and as I turn to the left to go in the doorroom, you guys are still like we're still coming down the stairs, but this thing goes in the opposite direction
Mhm.
that we are
And
going.
when coming down from the third floor, it's not straight in front of the window, it's to the side.
Yeah.
Like if you hug the wall, you're not going to see the window or the reflection.
Exactly.
So let's play this.
Mhm.
Come on, don't be slow. Oh shit. Thank you. Yeah. Play. Yes, this is my YouTube video. I could have just taken it off of YouTube, but whatever.
Just 6 people. So now we've got to go find that staircase.
Jay hits those damn wind chimes.
I know, scares the shit out of us all.
Ready?
So here it is. Look at that window. It happens fast.
Yeah. So now I slowed it down. Who the fuck is that?
I know. It's funny how it looks like, you know what it looks like? You know those what are they?
That's me. It moves.
It does.
Yeah, because you actually see the arm come up.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Yeah.
It's funny how it looks like one of those projection things of like a hologram. That's what I'm trying to say. That it's not. And we're on the second floor, but it's a high house. Like, I don't know, we're baffled. And so we're doing the redemption to go back and like really try to debunk this.
I already tried once and I couldn't figure it out. So
Yeah.
Because when we go back, it's gonna be my third time, and it'll be your
Yeah.
second, and it'll be
Yep.
Jay's third time, and everybody else's first time, except for Ryan, it'll be his second. But
Mhm.
it's gonna be interesting to see if we can get that recreated. I don't think we can, but I've already tried.
I'm excited about it. I really am. And speaking of, play the fourth video that we gotta try and debunk now.
This one drives me nuts. Okay. And I parted my commentary on it because I am like, what the fuck are these lights? Right? Like, it's one of those things, like, I don't even know. I have gone through absolutely everything I could think of. Car lights. I darn well know no one was outside with flashlights. We're on the second floor. It's way too high up for that. So yeah, let's play that, and we'll just let everybody watch this and maybe WTF like I did.
Yeah.
All right. And this happened more than once, I should say, which is kind of confusing for me.
Again, no one is here at this time.
And those aren't eyes that you see. Like, those are the reflection of the DVR cameras. But watch underneath. This is where I get the little WTF going on. What are those lights?
Because it looks like two little things peeking around the corner, looking and being like, whoa.
Hold it down.
Where are we at this time?
We are either on the first floor or in the basement.
Okay.
You see the music box going off.
Oh, I was just like, what's that thing now? I didn't even
music
see
box
that
would
go off the
stop all
first
bloody
time.
night.
Yes, this is true. This is like super slow-mo. Holy moly.
I know, but I wanted to make sure everybody could see everything. It should be coming up shortly.
What you can't see is there is a massive tree right outside that window. So this would have to be between the house and the tree. And we are on that same high second level.
And it's like right here is where you'll see them.
Yeah. Very.
See, that's car headlights. See? Car headlights.
Yeah. But that's important to show that it's different from the two things that look like they're peeking around the corner.
That's a car. Yeah. See? My commentary. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. The great catch, and this is the thing that people
See? Look at them.
Oh, there they are. Boom, boom. It literally looks like two little people like peeking around that corner. One takes a look, then the other takes a look, then one goes back in for another look. But good catch.
I need to know more.
Yeah. We're going to have to go out. We'll have to send the boys over to... So, up that window, like I said, is a massive tree.
Yeah.
And, like, basically it's the tree trunk and branches.
Mm-hmm.
Then behind there, like quite a ways, is a house.
It's a store.
In their yard.
It's a convenience store.
A convenience store that was closed.
But it's closed. This is a Sunday night.
There's a road, but this is like a it's not a busy place at all. Like it's a little, not a subdivision, but it's like
it's an old,
tiny little street.
Like it's an old.
Yeah. And so, in order for those lights, you'd either have to be hovering, or it would have to be so far off. But it doesn't make any sense. So we're going to have to send the boys off with flashlights into the convenience store parking lot and flash them.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with this. The road,
so
the window is here. The road runs parallel to the window. It doesn't come
right.
at the window. The only way something is coming at that window is if someone is pulling into the parking lot there. So you would see the
we could see,
which you saw
the headlights, yeah,
right?
Exactly.
The
Those are
only
not
road that runs not parallel is the road that the house is on, which is at the front of the house.
Yes, not there. And headlights don't one and then the other. Then you know what I mean. They would shine at the same time. Yeah. So yeah, that was this is this is kind of the exciting part, but also the really painstaking part of paranormal investigation is going through hours. And that we didn't have one camera set up. There were how many? 5?
No, I think we had 4.
Okay, 4,
4.
but
We did
still
4.
rolling for hours. So that's, let's say we have them rolling for 8 hours. So that's 4 times 8,
I know.
sitting there watching it.
It's awful.
And half the time, there's nothing. So you're staring at the same thing for an hour just to get that one little moment where you go, wait a second, what
Yeah.
the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
such a
I
great
had to
catch.
watch you guys leave me by myself in that video to find that piece of evidence. Like, oh,
Listen,
here they go. There they
blame
go.
your husband because he was like, "Oh, I have to pee, want to come?" And I was like, "Now I do." But at the same time, not have go down there by myself. I
No.
would have just peed on the bed, I think. I don't know. But that was
Maybe we should bring a bucket next time.
yeah, because if you think I'm leaving that 3rd floor to go all the way downstairs, no, we're gonna have to like have a buddy system. I don't know that we're gonna sleep, but
No.
if we decide to separate or whatever, we're having a buddy system.
It's gonna be a
And
long weekend. We're gonna come home and we're gonna be fucking exhausted. It's gonna be great. I have
Happy
a feeling that
Easter.
Friday night is going to be something fucking else.
I have only just clued in that it's going to be Good Friday in a place that is not okay with the Christian religion.
Oh shit.
And look at what I'm fucking taking with us. It's a trigger object.
I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Thanks.
I've just realized it just now. Great. Things not to do on a paranormal investigation. Wow. Okay.
Hopefully we'll get a lot of good evidence to show on part 2 when we do part 2.
Yeah. Or if
Oh
you
my
never
God.
see us again, take heed. Don't buy weird, creepy dolls from a secondhand store and use them
don't-
as trigger
Don't go to
objects
super haunted places that have problems with religious holidays.
on a religious
Yeah.
holiday.
Christian/Catholic faith.
Oh,
I can't wait.
yeah. Okay, well, that's exciting.
But yeah, so that is our evidence for today. We have so much more. We could just
We really do. I think
We
we'll
could be
probably
on
have to
here
do, yeah, like a part 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And just as every time we go, we get more and more. But we don't always post because we truly try to find logical explanations. We don't just see something and go, it's a ghost, and then post it. So that's why there's not a ton of stuff
It's again.
posted. What?
I
Oh,
said
look
it's
up
again.
there. Yes, there it is. We found one. So then that's like we went over the Stufford Wildwood multiple times. It was like finally we just decided let's post it and see what other people think because maybe there is a logical explanation and we just can't see it. But so far no one has given us that. So
Not a thing.
no. So we're gonna go back and figure it out.
Yes,
Or
we
come
are.
back with more questions.
That's
and
probably going to be
evidence.
what happens.
For sure it is. 100%.
But yeah, but these YouTube videos are posted. You can go onto the Paranormal Seekers YouTube channel and there's tons more things that are on there, including, the live video recordings of us investigating. And stuff happens during those as well. So those are pretty interesting to watch if you have the time. You could spend hours on there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Comments and let us know because we are very interested in hearing what everyone else has to say about what we may or may not have captured. But other than that, you can send us your evidence if you've got any, or a picture to share, or a video, or an EVP maybe. You can send it to us. You can email us at paranormalpodcast@gmail.com. That's PAREHNORMAL podcast@gmail.com because we are Canadian, eh? You can find us on Facebook or Instagram. Just look up Paranormal Podcast. TikTok, we're on too. Other than that, that's today's episode.
Cool.
I don't even remember what next week's episode's about.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know either, but it'll be a good one. And I'll try not to fly to Florida.
Oh, yes, now I know what it's about. I had to think my brain it's about
Good for you.
What makes a place haunted or not.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's it. I'm glad I remember now.
Well, I can't wait.
Yep, neither can I. And it's Monday, and I'm tired.
Listen, I got home at like 1 a.m, slept a little, got up and went to work.
Yeah, that sucks. That's
It
gonna be
does.
like it's gonna be like my Saturday. I have to work Saturday.
Ew.
Yeah. Who works on a Saturday?
Not me anymore.
I only work like 2 Saturdays a year, so I shouldn't really be complaining. But yeah. All right, everyone.
Well, just keeps you going, thinking of what you'll be doing the following weekend. Exciting. To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, everyone, have a great week, and we will talk soon. Bye.